welcome to the Bloody Bunch podcast number 38. Tonight we have the extremely interesting Buddy, Lauren, and Kathy on tonight's episode.
Yeah.
For those, they were dancing in their seats, so it was awkward. It was awkward to go from one screen and then go to them just dancing.
You can't see me, but I was doing it too, I swear.
Yeah! Yeah, Buddy was dancing and I just could not resist.
So we are very aware that we missed last week's episode. So to make up for that, we're actually going to be doing a 2-hour podcast tonight, just to try to make up for what we missed last week. Last week was a longer podcast, which was actually a lot of fun. And we didn't even get to finish with everything that we were talking about last week.
No, we had a list afterwards.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we didn't talk about this. Oh, we forgot about that. Oh, wait.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, and there's even more stuff to talk about tonight. So, but
I just got here.
But since we haven't seen or heard Kathy breathe in like 6 months, Kathy, what have you been up to this entire time that we haven't seen you?
Honest to God, been working, and then I got sick. And then I was, like, out of commission.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American dream.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I finally recovered. Like, I got sick, so it was, like, the coughing and sneezing and all that stuff. And then, I don't know, this time was weird, because I got, like, this major migraine that would not go away.
That sucks.
Like, it started from, like, the bridge of my nose, and it spread to, like, right behind my cheeks and my forehead and my eyes, and I could not, like, for the life of me, move.
Well, I mean, because you were sick, it was obviously, like, pressure from your sinuses because it started in your face.
Yeah, but, like, it happened after I got better from, like, mainly most of the coughing and, like, the whole, like, probably getting feverish. It happened all after, so I was like, I might have gotten, like, a slight sinus infection with it. It was great. I had fun. It was a great, like, 2 weeks of me being delirious and hopped up on drugs.
I'm glad you survived.
Legal drugs.
Yes, legal drugs, children. Stay away from drugs.
Well, that's interesting. So the last time the audience has heard from you, you were still working at just the ALCAP by itself.
Yes.
But you recently got another job.
I did. I am officially a witch with a capital W, not a capital B, but that too. But I am a witch at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yay!
It is great. I do retail, so you'll find me in every shop or wherever they want to put me in. I mainly do Ollivanders, though, so I can wand pair you. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, God, you're in Ollivanders?
Yeah, that's actually... So, my whole training session for 2 weeks, they're like, dude, we're never going to put you in Ollivanders for your first day. It's not going to happen. You know, it's really crazy in there.
That's what they
It gets
do.
hectic. And then I was like, okay, cool, I got this. And then my first fucking schedule came out, and guess where I was?
Ollivanders.
Fucking Ollivanders.
Oh, dude,
And then I walked in.
sucks.
Yeah, I walked in, and the whole room looked at me. They're like, you're one of the new ones, huh? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, okay, so you're going to teach you how to do wand pairings. And then, so I got the easy job. I stood by the show door. That's where everyone exits after the whole wand experience. And all I had to do was make this whole spiel about, hey, you got chosen for this wand. Do you want to buy it? And then they were like, okay, so this girl is going to be like, say her name is Vanessa. She's going to teach you how to wand pair. You're going to watch her, and then she's going to watch you do it. Basically, you're going to shadow her. Yeah. Right? So I shadowed her for 2 wand pairings. It was relatively quick, really easy. She gave me kind of the basic questions and rundown of what to look for. And the moment a guest came up to me and asked for a wand pair, she got pulled off to do something else, so I was on my own.
Nice.
Yeah. And then after that, they were like, they were watching me, apparently. All of them were watching me do the wand pairing. And they really, really liked it. They were really impressed. And I got, I think, one of those high five cards. That's what they give you when, like, they're really impressed with your work. And if you get, like, 5 of them, you get, like, points. And then you could buy, like, stuff with it.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah, it was really cool. But, like, the lead was,
cool.
like...
It's cool, but really it's called a high five card?
It's called a high five card.
They couldn't think of
It's just a card with a hand on it that's a
It's like you
snap.
tick off the fingers.
You want to know something? You're actually not too far off from what that card looks like. It literally, it does have a hand on it, and it's called the high five card, but it does tell you, like, what to do, and, like, oh, there was Tic Tacs in my box. Okay, sorry. I was playing with a box of Tic Tacs in them. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's nice. It's like a reward system. It's really nice. You could get like a barbecue grill if you earn enough points, or like a TV.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Shit, man,
and
hook it up. I need a new TV.
Fitbits and stuff. It's pretty cool.
But is that like you earn like 10 points for doing something awesome, and the TV's worth like 100,000 points or something?
Yeah, I think the TV was like 50,000, I think, and a Fitbit's like 1,000.
That's a bit more doable. That's cool.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
TV's like I think a 55-inch.
It's all good.
That's
So
so-
it's
that's
pretty
so
big,
good.
yeah. But like you could get a barbecue grill for like 20,000, and like I said, you could get things for like 1,000 or even less. Really,
Damn.
it's
That's
pretty
pretty
fun.
Wow.
That's pretty cool that they have that type of reward system. I wish
Yeah.
I wish there was more places that offered that type of reward system for being a good employee.
Yeah, and like another way you could like get points for that is say you do something good for a guest, but it's not like that. It's not exactly like completely acknowledged. But oh my god, guys. But like a coworker sees it, they can go because like they have a website for it, and they could go and like tag you in a post and be like, "Hey, I saw Buddy doing something completely awesome today, and I would like to
Yes.
recognize him. Yes, I would like to recognize him for that." And your managers and your leads can see it, and your managers can boost it for even more points.
Boost it.
Oh, that's cool. So they're like, oh, look how awesome this person was for doing this thing, and
Yeah.
then other people will be like, yeah, that's great. So
Yeah,
you can
it's
earn, like
basically like
5
Facebook.
points, and then because someone says great,
Yeah, it looks like Facebook
the more likes you get,
layout.
the more points you get.
And the whole layout, like the moment you post it up, like the whole Universal can see it. So like all of the management team, including like the higher ups, will see it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So people get recognized for a lot of things there. It's pretty awesome so far. And the food in that cafeteria is amazing.
Yeah.
So, because now I'm curious to see if there's any repercussions with this action that happened. So over the break between our hiatus, Disney bought 20th Century Fox.
Hmm.
For those who don't know, they essentially acquired everything, all the assets that 20th Century Fox owns, except for their news networks, including like The Simpsons and stuff like that. So, Kathy, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything that may alter certain things over at Universal?
She can't talk about that. Legally,
Yeah.
she can't talk about that.
Technically I can, but to be honest with you, no, I haven't. I don't think anyone really knows anything about it. I mean, we've discussed it in our training, we've asked questions, but no one knows anything.
I'm just
Or
curious.
they wouldn't tell
So
us,
curious.
because we're brand new, so let's be real here.
Yeah, also that.
Yeah, no, but you hear shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
but as an employee, she can't
Yeah.
talk about it. You can get her into a
Like,
lot
I
of shit
mean,
for that.
You're asking me about like my new job there, and I could tell you I'm a witch there, and I could
Yeah.
tell you what I mainly do in retail, but I can't tell you exactly what I
Nah,
do.
you can tell me everything.
I can, but not on the podcast. 'cause-
Yeah,
Okay.
people in the public to hear and pass along, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a scary time for entertainment. That's what I was like.
Yeah,
ooh.
no, when we heard about it, it was during my training that that was when Disney like officially acquired it, and it was on the news.
Yeah.
So we were on our lunch, and all of us trainees were like, "So what's gonna happen with the ride and everything?" And no one knows. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, I know I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the way that Universal Florida deals with a lot of their rides, because they technically own like attraction rights for the Spider-Man ride and the Hulk ride and the X-Men ride, I think, over
yeah.
in Florida.
They could just buy the rights to like have a ride there, but anything else content-wise, they can't do much.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, I was explaining this to, I forgot who I was explaining this to, but essentially, like, there's different rights for specific things, which is the reason why, like, Marvel Comics owns X-Men, but 20th Century Fox owned the, like, the television and movie rights for it. So it's like, it's weird because, like, copyright stuff and licensing is based on specific elements, like specific types of not entertainment, but specific entertainment.
Yeah,
elements.
if you're going to have a copyright and you want it to cover absolutely everything, you have to like specify, I want total domain over this thing.
It's crazy.
And that's expensive.
It's super expensive. But it's okay, because Disney is like the devil, and they'll just acquire all of us and eat our souls.
Well, I mean, true.
I thought that was like a sarcastic cough. I didn't realize you were actually coughing there.
Oh no, I was actually coughing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cough a lot in this 2-hour podcast. Like you're gonna hear a lot of that.
The first one totally sounded like, yeah, no, that's true, and then you're like,
Oh no, I'm actually dying, guys. It's okay.
Starts hacking up a lung, just.
There goes my lung. Let me swallow that.
Oh
But
god.
it's nice to have Kathy back and hear her voice again. So we hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Buddy, there was something I was supposed to ask you, and I can't remember what it was, and it's gonna drive me nuts.
You'll watch. Remember after the podcast, watch.
As usual, it's like typically there's something that I want to bring up during the podcast, but it's like fuck it.
Does it have to do with like future projects or anything?
No, that's a discussion that we will talk about later.
No, I know, but I'm making sure.
But like, yeah, he's trying to jog your.
Oh yeah, jog my memory.
Yeah.
No, not entirely. One thing I did want to talk about is because the last podcast we talked about, there was supposed to be a video that's going to be released at the end of the month. However, that is being pushed to the end of next month because of production time. I recently got a new job, so I will not be able to complete that project in the time frame that I tried to allocate myself. So we're pushing it back to next month, but it's totally going to be worth it because now that I have a little extra time for me to really finish up everything for it, it's going to turn out better. So I'm really excited for that.
Also, too, I want to give a special shout out to Balfour for also helping me get a job.
Yay! Everyone's getting new jobs.
Well,
wait, so what are your new jobs?
Everyone's getting jobs except for the 500 retail stores that are shutting around the country.
Everyone on the podcast. We're relevant.
Yeah. No. Buddy and I are going to be working at this place called the Boba Tea Company. It is a Albuquerque.
New Mexico.
Yeah, it's a. What's the word I want? It started in Albuquerque. Their business started in 2005, and now our store
Expanding.
Yeah, they're expanding, and our store and one other one will be the 10th and 11th stores that will be opening. So we're
and
excited.
you sent me the menu. You sent me the menu, and it looks yum.
Oh my god, it does. It's insane. There's so many combinations. So yeah, so we'll be working.
I just heard boba, and I'm like sold.
I know. That's what I'm telling you, man. Come down and visit, and we got you.
So you guys excited? Are you excited, buddy?
Considering this is my very first job, yes.
Yay!
Correction, my very first job that pays.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that, kids? You know all those internships? Majority of the time, you don't get shit.
Yeah, if you get an
No,
internship
you get
that pays, you gotta keep that shit, and you gotta do it good.
Yeah.
The majority of
See,
internships are bullshit.
Here's my problem with internships. It's the same thing like talking to an artist and saying, "Oh yeah, I would love your art for exposure."
Yeah.
That's why I don't like internships.
But I mean, if someone wants to get into an industry and there's nothing available except an internship, go for it. Because if that's your go for it.
I'm not saying that it's not. Like, I'm not saying that you're not going to learn something or connect to someone. It's just like,
as far as payment goes, it's not.
Yeah,
it's just not.
You're gonna be killing yourself over a job that is not really going to necessarily pay out the way that you're expecting. I guess this is a better way to say it.
Yeah. Wow, so everyone's got new stuff to do. And then there's me over here who's like, I get my 10 years in March.
Woo!
Well, there you go. That's something.
Yeah.
That's a milestone.
There you go.
Yeah, and
Whatever.
I get.
You just got
like,
a brand new toy in your kitchen. What are you talking about?
What?
Who are you talking to?
You!
Me? What's in my kitchen? Oh, yeah, I go to dishwasher. But that's not. We're talking about work. What the fuck's a dishwasher got to do with that?
Yeah, but it's something new.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. I thought we were talking about jobs.
Jesus.
Are you saying my job is in the kitchen? Are you saying that I have a dishwasher that replaces my job now?
Boy.
Listen, if you want to be that couple who's like all about gender roles, that's fine. Half of this relationship will be that, but that's up to you.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh, get ready for the derail.
Anyway, moving on from that. I've used it twice, by the way, and I can tell that it was such a bad idea to get, which is why I'd actually put off getting it for 2 years, because it was like, why do I need a dishwasher? It takes me 3 seconds to wash the, 3 dishes that I use. I've used it twice in, a week and a half. What? Why?
Well, if you have parties, it'll help.
Parties? You kidding me? This is the first human contact I've had in days.
Wow. Never mind, I said that. I'm just gonna back away slowly from that real quick.
Man, I laughed so hard just because, not because it's a bad thing. It's just I know Lauren, and it's like, why the, nah, just no parties. Just lol. It will be nice, however, when you have your parents over and you guys have dinner and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, how about this? When you have more than just yourself.
Yeah, Balfour.
I'm getting there. Calm down. I found a job.
When you were here, there were more dishes to wash, especially because of that Thanksgiving thing that we did. I had more dishes to wash at my house than I even remember owning.
Well, it's true, because we had to go and, actually pull stuff out from your cupboards and stuff.
Yeah.
And Laura's just like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I have
This is
plates.
what it's like.
She's like, what is all this dishware that I never knew I had?
I actually have really pretty, this is totally boring, I know. But I have really pretty serving dishes that I have no reason to use them unless I do a, pretty dinner for myself, like I did for Halloween. But yeah, so I was like, let's break these out and use these.
And I was like, yeah. All the presentation. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I get a really pretty plate, I just kind of look at it and I'm like, I don't want a fork touching you.
Yeah.
That sounds disturbing.
Well, because people scrape
their
dishes. They scrape the bottom of their bowls and their, dish and, whatever. And I'm like, but that's so pretty. How dare you? You can lick it off it, but you scrape it.
Alrighty. But here's the thing, though. If it's just, a specific one that you like, that's why you keep it hidden for yourself and yourself alone.
I will have a China cupboard when I have my own house, guys.
Oh, God.
I will be that Asian lady that's
she's
look
gonna-
at all my Chinaware.
Not only is she going to have a China cabinet, she's going to have, a 3-tier China cabinet.
Oh, no.
Are you gonna lock it?
Oh, God.
Yes. Knowing Daisy, she's gonna be like, "Why the fuck did you lock this? We're gonna use it." And I'm gonna be like, "How do you
Bullshit.
know?"
It's gonna be like an annual thing. It's gonna be like, all right, guys, we gotta find the key. We're not entirely sure where it's at, but we need to unlock the cabinet for our annual nice place
anniversary
dinner.
or
Yeah,
dinner. Christmas
Daisy
or
and I
something.
were
Yeah.
talking around the holiday season, and we're like, when we have our own place and we have a dining room and everything, we're gonna invite our friends for a friend anniversary and a friend Christmas thing, and we're gonna do it, and y'all are invited. Shut the fuck up! Don't look at me like that. See, Lauren's excited. Balfour, you can stay outside. It's
the
okay.
one thing that I've missed about Kathy is her Valley Girl shows so hard when she talks.
First of all, fuck you. Second of all, we're gonna have that, okay? And we're gonna have nice dishes and nice setware. And Balfour, I'm gonna bet you one
make sure that we celebrate our friend anniversary. Because girl, you don't even know.
Girl, it's true. Anyway,
I can't even with you right now.
so I'm gonna bet you that the moment Balfour walks through my fucking front door,
Dude,
he's gonna say something about my set.
No.
He's gonna hit the lock on the bloody cabinet and then break out all the dishes.
Yeah, and then he's gonna take all of my liquor from my liquor cabinet and just start mixing things, and I'd be like, bro,
it's gonna be that.
No one's here yet.
It's gonna be that, and then it's gonna be no. This is gonna be the first thing that happens. I'm gonna walk in, give you a hug, give Daisy a hug, be like, oh yeah. So we're.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, Balfour, you guys, Lauren and Buddy and whatever can all just chill, and then I'm gonna hear clinking, and I'm gonna turn around, and he's gonna be at the fucking lock, and he's gonna be picking it, and I'm gonna be like, bitch.
Then Buddy and I are going to be standing in front of it, oh my god, Kathy, look at that thing over there. That is amazing. I love your house. Now hurry up.
Stop looking at my guys, move, and you just feel I got it.
It's like distraction, and I throw the statue of Sonic at her.
You know that would actually distract
Trigger
me,
with
right?
presents. Trigger with presents.
I would literally be like, Balfour would, ooh, oh, that's nice. And then Daisy wouldn't be eternally disappointed in me. It's okay.
Why?
Oh.
I don't know.
Because
I
I'm
can never-
easily
I
distracted.
can never see
Oh.
myself owning a china cabinet. Like, I like
Can.
pretty plates and stuff, but like, I don't need to display that they're pretty.
Replace
I'm gonna
China
have-
with all of your collectibles.
Listen, hold the fuck up. You cannot compare plates and like glasses to collectibles.
They go in the same cabinet with a
No,
lock on
they
it
do
so
not.
that people can't touch
No,
them.
they do not. They
Guys,
no. It is
I have a
completely
plan.
different.
I have a plan. I'm gonna have 3 different cabinets, and one of them's gonna be a china cabinet, one of them's gonna be a glass cabinet, and the other one's gonna be a mug cabinet because I have so many
Yeah.
mug guys.
God.
But you
Mug.
want to drink out of them.
Can I
Huh?
just say, I wish there was a way, like, I like mugs, but I wish there was an easier way to store those motherfuckers.
True.
I know, that's so
right?
funky.
They take up so much space.
Yeah.
It's
so
ridiculous.
annoying.
Like, I love them to death, but oh my god, can you just sit in the corner, like, nicely?
Especially when Balfour has a mug that's shaped like a D20.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
yeah, no,
twice
that's-
the size of any normal mug.
Then that fucker just needs to not.
Oh, jeez.
It's a nice mug, though. Think Geek. Thank you, Think Geek.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Oh, speaking of, because we were talking about the dinner sets and stuff earlier, they have a Harry Potter. They have 2 Harry Potter dinner sets, and
Oh my god, of course you do.
one's blue and gold, and I think one's black and gold.
Since we're talking about Harry Potter, so Philip DeFranco, for those who don't know, is a YouTuber who, like, his entire show is about news and stuff like that. They now have their own independent studio, and they do daily vlogs and stuff. And they made fun of Logan Paul's apology video.
Oh,
As it should.
Of him, like, of Logan Paul, like, crying and, like, well, at least teary-eyed and just saying, like, oh, I'm sorry or whatever. One of their guys, almost word for word, made a parody about it, but said that he apologized for offending any Harry Potter fan, because he went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and he didn't understand why everybody was excited about it, and he didn't understand, why everyone loves it so much. It is the funniest thing that I
Oh
have
my
seen.
god.
And to clarify, I'm currently boycotting YouTube, so I refuse to watch anything on their platform. However, if it is a video that is embedded on another platform, so like Twitter, I will absolutely watch the content from that creator on that platform, because it is a different type of view. But I refuse to support YouTube as a whole right now, because of that whole debacle with Logan Paul. And it's not even just with Logan Paul. It's like stuff that's happened prior to that. It's just the Logan Paul kind of pushed me over the edge of just stopping. But
And yeah,
Definitely.
that indicates to the YouTuber. As you said, there's different views. So it goes, okay, this many people are now only watching my content through Twitter.
Yeah.
Content
content.
through Twitter. So yeah, they can absolutely see that there will be a spike. I mean, one person, no, but there will be a spike in viewings from other places,
Yes,
which is
exactly.
good.
So, A+. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious because it's like, it's like like beat by beat, it's a repeat of that video, and it's hilarious. Just saying,
Jesus.
like, I apologize. Like, he's like, do not defend me, or for my followers, do not defend me. My actions. It was just hilarious.
Oh, I remember that video.
I
Oh
wanna-
my god.
Mm.
No, I need to go back to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I miss Universal. It's a fun park.
Me too.
It's fun.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do you guys remember Little Hercules?
Little Hercules.
Little or young Hercules?
It's Wait, maybe it's young Hercules. Younger?
There's young Hercules and Ryan Gosling.
No,
At
no.
some
So,
point.
so there was like a kid.
I think Ryan Gosling.
There was like a kid who was like his parents were like bodybuilders and stuff, and like he had like that crazy Hercules body.
Oh no, I
You know
can't
what I'm
seem
talking
to
about?
recall that.
Oh
No.
my god, I think it's
There's a movie.
Yeah, so there's a
Is
movie
that
called
it?
there's a movie called Young Hercules, and it's with that kid. So
I remember that.
so he now is a stuntman for the Waterworld stunt show.
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
was Hulk Hogan Zeus?
Yes.
Then okay, yeah,
that
that's Little
movie
Hercules.
is so bad. It's the Big Show's in it too. Like there's like 4 at the time WWF guys that were in that movie. It's so bad. It's really really bad. Don't ever watch that movie.
Really, I talked
What?
about that movie, but don't watch it.
No, seriously, just do yourselves a favor. You're gonna save yourself like I think the movie's like 80 minutes long.
Oh god.
Just save your time, save your brain cells. Don't ever watch anything with Hulk Hogan in it. It's just bad.
Oh guys, just like as a fun fact, I don't know exactly how much you've noticed like the amount of smoke that comes out of Waterworld.
Oh yeah,
But
it's insane.
It looks like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And if you don't see it and you're like in the back area, like if City Walk quiets down and you're standing right in front of Bubba Gump and you listen to the actions of Waterworld, it sounds like the apocalypse is coming.
Yeah, it's pretty
Jesus.
it's pretty scary when you don't
Yeah.
know that's
Can't
going
see what's
on.
going on.
Yeah.
And like it's
I mean,
so
it was-
loud, you can hear it and it rattles in buildings. It's great.
Oh
Didn't
god.
they just update the show too?
A little. I
In
know they
terms of
updated
like
a lot of it.
technical stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot crazier. So
It was closed when we were there last.
It was fun.
they were
I like
updating
that
it,
show.
yeah. But I think right now Jurassic Park is down because they're adding a lot of things to it.
Oh good.
Yeah, they're changing a lot of things. I forgot. One of the people who works in Jurassic Park, Joanna,
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
telling me about what they were doing with it. I don't remember her though.
I mean, when we were there, that the Jeep in the ride didn't work, so I'm
but
guessing
that-
part of it is maintenance and
Yeah,
stuff.
but that hasn't worked for years. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
But they might be either getting rid of it then, since they're already working on it, or yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They could probably change the mechanism to do something else. I mean,
I
they
mean,
have the parts there. It's just like I don't know. That's a fun ride. It's a classic.
I want to go back.
We will. It's cool. So I know I might have told Kathy about this. So my dad worked on the Jurassic Park ride when it first opened. And,
Very cool.
Hold on, let's see if I can grab this.
He pulls out a dinosaur egg.
No, it's really freaking cool. So,
Come on, little one. Come on.
so for the
Come on
people
now.
who worked on the ride, they all got Letterman jackets.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Jurassic Park.
That is
this
fucking
is
cool.
excellent for a podcast.
Yeah, right. It's like audio friendly. But yeah, so it's like Universal Studios Hollywood, and then like
Jurassic Park, the ride.
on the
Yeah.
front it says summer of '96, the year.
Dude,
that
those
it
yeah,
opened and
those things
everything.
are old.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like this
That's
is
very cool.
It is.
That
a
was the year I was
nice
born.
jacket. You're all young.
Wow, Kathy.
Kathy's young as fuck.
I'm old enough to drink, so that's the good thing.
I was 6.
I was 1.
I was 2.
Oh my god.
I was 1.
Oh, little buddy, so adorable. I just
Shut
want
up.
a little picture.
I look like a
I
jock
love
right
you.
now.
You
Yeah,
do.
you do. Although, I suppose most jocks wouldn't have longer hair. Can you, like, pin your hair back behind your headphones or something?
Let me try. Hold on.
I mean, they could have long hair. It could have been like a rebellion kind of thing, you know, even though they had the
That just
That looks
weird.
fucking weird.
That looks weird. No, man, I could be Keanu Reeves from The Replacements. Oh, I guess
There
I was
you
in
go.
high school though.
Yeah, it kind of misses the point there.
And it still works.
Yeah. I just thought it was cool because since we're talking about it, it's like, yeah, I have a little thing from Universal and stuff.
Back in
That's a
96.
cool jacket. I am very jealous.
Yeah.
Well-
Me too.
But yeah. So anything else good with you, Kathy? New with you?
She just like DC'd.
Oh.
Yes, did.
Well, we will get Kathy back eventually. But Lauren, did you have a list of stuff that we missed out on last week?
D&D, Planet of the Apes, Nuzlocke Challenge.
Oh my God, did I not talk about Planet of the Apes?
No,
No.
you did
Holy
not.
crap.
She didn't.
So, Kathy says her internet died. Could someone just text her and let her know to just jump back in when she can?
Yeah, I'll message her. Go for it. Good talking.
So, not last week, but the week prior to that, I had watched the original Planet of the Apes anthology, which consists of 5 different movies, and man, was it an adventure. So first of all, I love the first Planet of the Apes. It's a fantastic movie. It's a classic movie, and there's a reason why it's a classic movie. And after I finished watching the movie, I was like, all right, I feel like I should take a challenge and write a review about all 5 of these movies. And man, was it a doozy. It was a very interesting...
Oh, doing the reviews.
Yeah, it was... So what I ended up doing was I wrote all 5 reviews in one day.
Oh, Jesus.
And if you guys read the reviews, it's very evident that I wrote it all in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Very evident.
But it was a lot of fun.
live.
It was... Hey, Kathy's back. But it was a lot of fun to just revisit old films, and it's something that I'm going to be doing going forward. Because we talk about movies all the time on the podcast.
Do we? Nah.
Huh?
I said, do we? Nah.
Nah. We don't talk about
Not
entertainment
often.
at all.
Just a little.
Just a wee bit. So I'm trying to make a challenge for myself to go back and revisit a lot of classic films, just to really talk about it and just try to get it out there to other people who may have never seen the movies, or like they may have heard about certain things but not really
Or not. I'm sorry. I was going to say, or not seen them in years.
Yeah, exactly. So like for instance, I know that there's a lot of people who never knew that there were sequels to the original Planet of the Apes movie, let alone 4 sequels.
I didn't know there were 4. I did know there were sequels.
Yeah, so I thought it was fun. It's interesting to see where a lot of like where writing kind of goes, because the writers for the screenplay adapted it from a book from Germany. I think it's Germany.
Come on, Mama.
It's some foreign country. I apologize, I don't know that bit. But they adapted it from a novel, and from there they kind of just continued the story, but did it in their own way. And it was just it's very, very interesting to see where certain movies land in terms of being great, even though they don't hold up extremely well. Especially now that like everyone's like hypercritical of everything that we watch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very refreshing to go back to a movie like Planet of the Apes and just stand in awe in the fact that it is a fantastic movie. Like there's a lot. Gotta talk about the opening shot. Seriously, like the opening shot to Planet of the Apes is so gorgeous. I don't know how they did this in 1960. I think they shot it in 67 because it was released in 69. No, it was 66 because it was released in 68. The opening shots are like aerial shots in 1966
Wow.
in New Mexico. And it looks like a goddamn drone shot. It's so beautiful. It totally blew my mind. Like that opening sequence it is far more gorgeous than you remember. Or if you've never seen it, just go watch the damn movie. But yeah, so I did all 5 of the movies. It was a lot of fun. And starting next week, I'm going to be doing the original The Thing.
Ooh.
The psychological horror film series. Well, I wouldn't call it horror. It's like suspenseful.
It's more, yeah, it's like a psychological suspense movie.
Yeah.
Psychological thriller.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, essentially the concept of the film is there's an alien that is released on Earth, and it takes the form of things that you are familiar with. And that's kind of where the psychological thriller comes into play. It's trying to figure out what this thing is, how it works, and who the thing is going to be.
It's almost like They Live.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not want to watch that.
So I mean, you don't have to. I'm gonna watch it. It's
Good.
one of my not the newest remake, but there was a new. Well, technically, the newest one is a prequel to the remake. The remake is really good because it has Kurt Russell in it. Yeah, I know it's really complicated. So, like the original thing came out in the 50s, and then there was a remake with Kurt Russell in the 80s.
That would have been alright.
I think you're right.
I think it's 80s. And that movie is fantastic. It holds up extremely well. And then there was a new one that is technically a prequel to that one that came out in 2010, I believe.
11.
Ah, that's close.
And the other one, and the one with Kurt Russell's from 82.
82. All right. Yeah.
Wow. It's older than me.
So
I mean, it's older than all of us, but yeah.
So this coming week, I'll be reviewing those 3 films. So keep a lookout for those on the site.
I know the considered old movie I watched recently was Empire of the Sun.
Oh my god, that was such a great movie.
That was a really good movie.
I don't know that I've seen it. I don't know that I've seen it, and I was about to say O-face. That's not what I'm getting from Balfour right now.
It has a very young Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Before
And I was very
American
surprised. Huh?
Pre-American Psycho. Wait, was it American Psycho he was in?
He was a kid.
I think, yeah.
Oh, so very young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very young. And I was very surprised about John Malkovich.
Yeah, John Malkovich makes that movie.
And then I didn't know. I think I don't know if I'm right though. I'm gonna look it up before I continue. Go ahead.
Okay.
I need facts.
It has a 7.8 on IMDb.
I mean,
But how many Rotten Tomatoes does it have?
Oh god, no one cares about Rotten Tomatoes. I loathe Rotten Tomatoes so bad because
I was right.
Hey!
Ben Stiller was in the movie. It was weird.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah. In there?
Dainty.
Oh no shit.
He was just like, "Hey kid, you want a Hershey bar?"
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Damn.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know. It's weird because if you look at certain Rotten Tomato movies, it's like critics will be like, "This is a horrible film." It'll get like a 15 from critics, and then it'll get like a 95 or 98 from like viewers.
Yeah, but IMDb's no better. Fucking, the movie got 10 out of 10.
No. See, I like. Here's the reason why I like IMDb is because the people who want to talk about the film will talk about the film. Like they will post a review on it. Because most films get at like an average of 2,000 reviews. If there's a 6, like say if there's a 6 out of 10 out of 2,000 reviews, that's a pretty decent indicator of like how the general audience will enjoy it.
Very average, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I prefer the way that IMDb scores their movies, as opposed to Rotten Tomato, because it's like,
Plus, generally, if you go into IMDb, it's because you saw the movie because you wanted to see it, whereas Rotten Tomatoes is, if anyone has been forced to watch the movie due to their line of work, they will go onto there and talk about it anyway.
Exactly. I don't know, it's just, it's very hard for me to really pay attention to movie critics, because, again, I really enjoy movies. And it's just,
you are a movie critic.
Yeah, I watch movies, I have a lot of issues with a lot of movies, but that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy them for what they are. It's just, like, okay, for instance, The Greatest Showman has a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What? Those people clearly need to go watch it again.
It honestly does. It surprised me when I looked it up.
The audience score is at 90%.
Good.
And it's like, how? Like even my stepbrother, who he had some complaints about the movie, which is fair because honestly, those complaints were similar to mine, and majority of the complaints are just the CGI. Like the CGI.
Yeah, it's like all the technical stuff.
Yeah, and it's like I can be like, all right, I can just put that to the side because the rest of the film is fantastic. Visually, the costume design, the set design, the fucking cinematography, the choreography, everything about the movie is very good. The writing is phenomenal because it doesn't feel like it drags on. Like, that's why I don't care for critic reviews, because it's like, you guys put down fantastic films, but then you guys, like, praise really bad movies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, also another thing that I learned about, like, the whole Rotten Tomato critics kind of thing is, say this, I watched Pitch Perfect 3. I'm a choir kid, right? Music is my thing, and I must admit, Pitch Perfect 3 wasn't the best fucking movie out there. It was quite odd, really, but I loved it because I love the girls. They're funny, they're adorable, they remind me of choir. I love the music that they had, and the storyline, quite frankly, to me, was kind of hilarious.
That's
but,
good.
you know, Rotten Tomato fucking hated it. It was at 31% rating.
As an average viewer.
Exactly. IMDb was like 6.2 out of a 10, which isn't too bad, actually, because the previous one was 6.4. But then if you look on, like, if you Google it, it's like 90% people of Google users like the movie.
Yeah.
So it's just like, this movie isn't for everybody, but it's geared towards people like me who are, like, utter choir nerds who want to relive their old fucking days. Like, this is the movie for us.
Yeah.
So, like, it works.
Which is funny, because
like,
I still haven't seen any of them. And I am exactly as you're describing. I'm like, I haven't even watched them yet.
My problem with it, and it's not that I don't have an interest in watching the movie for the movie itself. It's these specific actors in it that I'm just like, I know I'm not gonna enjoy it.
I'm just gay.
Also that. No, that's
Okay.
that's an advantage over Balfour.
That's-
No, you have to realize there's a reason why I said that. Pitch Perfect 3. I love Anna Kendrick, Brittany Snow, and Anna Camp. I can't.
Anna Kendrick
don't
is
get me wrong. Like there are certain actresses where I'm like, oh my god, they're fantastic. Like there's certain characters in that franchise where I'm just like, I'm not going to enjoy this because I don't like their acting.
I don't disagree with you, but my girls outweigh all of that.
But
So
that,
I'm
it's
just
like, so for me, like, so for an example, the biggest person that I will never watch a movie in it with her in is Jennifer Lawrence. I cannot stand her. I don't think I've actively gone to watch a movie that has her in it. I think the only time I ever watched something with her in it was Days of Future Past. And it was just because she was in there for like 2 minutes. Oh no, I take that back. She was in there for like 15. God damn it.
She's fucking Mystique. Yeah. Yeah. Though she seems to play the same person in every movie, which is sad-faced whiny.
Yeah, and that's why it's just for me. It's like if those certain actors, I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch it because of them, and that makes me sad because I know how much work goes into movies. There's a ton of people who work on them, and I wish I can suck up my ego to go and watch
and forget about it.
Yeah, and go and watch a movie for the actual production for it. But like sometimes, like for Pitch Perfect, it's like one of those movies where I'm just never gonna watch it. Like it's not gonna be something where I'm gonna have to watch it or something like that.
I mean, going from that, like, so as you say, Jennifer Lawrence off camera, she's hilarious. I can relate to her so well when she's off camera.
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise off camera, don't like very many things that he does. Love Mission Impossible franchise. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
there's a trade-off in some cases.
Yeah, I mean, majority of the time, I don't care for artists in general who are assholes or think that they're high and mighty out of whatever their craft is.
Have to stand on a box so they look taller than Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I don't. you know, I'm not gonna suck Kanye's dick just because he made a hit single.
I mean, no one should.
Yeah, but everyone does, and it's like, get your head out of your ass. He's an asshole.
Then why is he still in debt?
But you're thinking too logically, so stop that.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the problem. I'm thinking for myself. Sorry.
That's too
I'm
much
sorry.
logic.
I'm
Once
sorry.
again,
If you like Kanye West, it's nothing against you personally. I know I speak broad a lot. It's just it aggravates me that there is fantastic music out there and a lot of it doesn't get where it should be because of the way things are marketed towards a lot of people, and it's just, I'm not even going to get into it. It's just, I don't agree with it. Let's move on.
I'm going to get into it because there's people like Chris Brown that still exist and are still popular, and it's like, he is a piece of shit person. Why are you supporting him? And I don't take that back for anyone who likes him. You shouldn't be supporting him.
But haven't y'all noticed that a lot of times when someone's like a piece of shit person, everybody still loves them because they're famous and they have a lot of money?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah, Kathy.
So you're it's not even just that. It's
Yeah,
it's fandom
I'm
over
kidding.
reality, and it's something
Yes.
that I've been talking about a lot lately, especially after this Logan Paul thing. Is that fans don't care how horrible a person is if they love them, because they will stick by their guns and say, I am their fan, they are amazing, I will purchase anything that has their name on it. And that is a very, very dangerous mindset to have. But there's so
Especially
many
for a
people
younger
who do.
audience.
Oh, absolutely. It is horrible to have a mindset like that. But that's the problem, is that someone could... for instance, the Donald Trump thing. The asshole said during his campaign he can go out and kill someone, like shoot someone in the middle of the street, and people would still support him. And it's true. Because there's people who are just diehard fans that someone just can't do no wrong. And I've stopped listening to artists because I don't agree with the way that they handle stuff. I've stopped following certain people because it's like, I'm not going to be part of the system that makes them bigger. And
like 50 Shades and Twilight.
oh my god.
They're my two anyway.
I'm so happy.
Why did you mention those two?
I'm so happy that we're
Because the
getting the
new movie's
last
coming
fucking
out.
movie. I'm so happy the last movie's it's done, it's over with. We could move on with our lives. It's just like the last Twilight movie came out. Everyone was like, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. It was a shit movie. No one cared. That ending sucked. They totally copped out everything. Fuck you, everyone who likes that series.
I mean, you went and saw it, which is worse.
No, I did not actively go out and saw it. I saw it when I was
You've seen it.
I did. I did see it because I was like, okay, like, you know, I saw the first one and I was like, all right, I'm technically only here for a girl, so that worked out. Second one,
Oh, good.
same girl, really sucked. I didn't even.
Emma,
bother with
I'm
the
making
first one.
assumptions over the girl right now, and that's even worse.
Yeah. No, you're right. Your assumption's right.
Yeah.
And then the last film, I was just like, why? Like, listen, I know I like dumb stuff. I know that comic books are stupid. I know that anime is stupid. At least it has a coherent fucking story. At least the
But that's
plot
like,
makes sense.
Yeah, most of it. But that's like I made it. Oh, can you believe it? I made a new friend recently, and you know we were getting along so well, and we had so many things in common regarding books and movies that we'd seen, and like things that we liked. And then I was like, okay, I have to put this out there because I need to know now. What do you think of Twilight and 50 Shades? Because that's my sticking point, as I mentioned a second ago. And she liked them, and I was like, oh no.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, but you have such good taste.
What happened?
Oh, so disappointed. And I just,
You
yeah, I
were the
just,
chosen one.
And I know we all have our guilty pleasures. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I mean, it is what it is. It's a best-selling book series, unfortunately.
and it did hit. It hit Twilight specifically, and therefore as a offshoot from that, 50 Shades hit a very specific market at the right time.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
So yeah.
I still can't believe that 50 Shades was a Twilight fanfiction that made it big. I cannot.
Really?
Like
Oh,
That was
Dude,
the main
fucking-
reason I disliked it to
Yeah, I was
start with.
gonna- I was
Okay,
gonna
well,
say-
no, yeah.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a super flashback of when Lauren and I started talking about it the first time, and she and I just went
Yeah.
off about it.
We could not stop talking about it. No, and when I heard that it was a thing, my first fear, being a fanfiction writer myself, was that would make people crack down on copyright and fair use regarding fanfiction.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
technically all she did was change their names and a couple of details and then publish it and get a movie deal on it. And I'm like, you are potentially ruining
Like a
people
whole
with
community out
artists-
there.
people with writing talent. Yeah, and it's like, why are you doing this? And then I heard how shit it was and just
No, it
Went
was
downhill.
great. When Daisy and I first started dating, we went out somewhere, I think, and I saw the 50 Shades of Grey book because they were every fucking where. And I literally looked at it and I was like, I want to burn that thing. And she looked at me with the most alarmed look on her face, like, what?
The first time Lauren came to visit me, we were at the grocery store and we bypassed one of the book sections.
The book
And,
section.
and we saw it, and I went over there and I just grabbed the book and I flipped it into its back. That way you could only see the back of it because I was like, no one should buy this fucking book.
I was just like, why are you such a disappointment of a book? Like, I've never hated a book in my life until now.
It's
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes me sad because I don't hate books.
it's funny
But
'cause
holy fuck.
I follow the Graham Norton show on Facebook, so I watch all of his videos on Facebook. And
It's great.
they just posted a video of it's the guy in 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know who he is. I don't know,
The Huntsman. I can't
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
who he is. I
exactly,
just
the
know he's the
Huntsman.
Huntsman from Once Upon a Time. Yeah.
And they're talking about like the movie and stuff. And I guess a member of the audience. Oh no, they asked the audience like, "Who's read all the books?" And some dude like put his hand up, and they were just like, "Why'd you read it?" He's just like, "I had to understand what the hype was about. You know,
That's fair.
I had to
yeah.
figure it out." And it's like, you know, it's stuff like I do. Like I watch stuff to be critical about it, and they're just like, "Well, what did you like about the book?" He's just like, "I like when it ended." and he's just like, it's shite. Like it's just bad. And it's like, I don't get it. Why do people like horrible stuff? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Anyway, enough with the negativity.
We should stop talking about
Yeah,
it.
I'd say let's talk about something that's a little more happy. Pardon me.
I saw Jumanji this week. I know we
Ooh,
talked about
I
it. a
love
bit
that
last
movie.
That is a fantastic
It's so
film.
funny, and
It
it's
is.
such a good sequel without being a direct direct
So-
sequel. It's great.
If you guys remember, a while back when we first started talking about the trailers for Jumanji, I was very disinterested in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
Because of the way that the trailer perceived the movie, it seemed like it was going to be its own standalone film
Thing.
that had no connection to the original at all, and that was what I
Besides
had.
the idea.
Yeah, and that's what I had the biggest issue with. But it was amended immediately. I was like,
There are so many callbacks. It's so good.
I was like, oh my god, this makes not necessarily sense, but it bridged the stories well together. There's absolutely a plot hole with where the Jumanji box ends up, but I'm not even gonna get into that. Like,
That's fine though.
yeah. But no, I think it was a fantastic film. I think Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, everyone in the movie did a fantastic job. Everyone.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that chick was in Doctor Who. Like someone
Yeah.
mentioned it afterwards.
yeah.
They're like, I didn't.
Amy.
Yeah, I
Pond?
completely forgot that was her.
I can't remember her last name.
Yeah, Amy Pond is the character
Yeah,
in
Pond.
Doctor Who. I think Karen Gillan
Karen
is.
Gillan or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
She's also
Yeah.
she's also Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's true. But
She's
no one
hot.
recognizes her. No
No,
one
'cause-
recognizes
well, how
her.
could you?
That's
She's
true.
so hot.
But like there was.
but
oh, sorry.
Funny thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go.
Okay.
Go. go.
Funny thing about Jumanji was I was supposed to watch Greatest Showman that day, but Daisy, oh, she's gonna kill me. She really was not interested in the Greatest Showman.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I
That's
see all your
okay.
faces. I know. Hold on. She
If she hadn't seen it yet, then that's cool. Yeah.
No, she hasn't seen it, and she's not like me, great musical geek kind of thing, right? So she was just kind of like, dude, I don't know anything about it. I just know like it might be about a circus, and I don't know anything about it. I don't want to watch it, kind of thing. And I was kind of like, okay, fine. So she wanted to go watch Jumanji, and I was like, okay. So we went to watch Jumanji, and she was like, okay, but next week we could come watch Greatest Showman as like compensation.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, honey, fine, I love you. We could do that. So we did that. And then when she watched it throughout the whole movie, you can watch her from the moment the movie started to the moment it ended that she fell in love throughout the whole movie.
Good.
And
you know what?
I
That's
did
fucking
not let her
regret
go.
right there.
Oh my
I did
god.
not let her. I did not let it go the whole night. Like I teased her to the point where I think she almost got mad at me.
Oh, I would have too.
Yeah,
I would have been like,
probably.
huh, yeah, see what you missed out last week?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah. But seeing Jumanji was so good.
But
Yeah.
she liked it, and I don't blame her because once again, she's not that big of a fan of musicals like I am, and you know, if I hear that it's gonna be a musical, I'm gonna watch it. I don't care if it's good or bad. I'm gonna watch it. For her, she actually wants to like get something that's worth her money, and I don't blame her.
Well, like, my
So-
thing, I see, like, for me, it definitely hit my interest at the very first trailer, because as soon as the very first trailer is essentially just Hugh Jackman doing a voiceover, and then like he says, "My name is P.T. Barnum." As soon as I heard that, I freaked the fuck out. I was like, "This is about the goddamn circus." I'm like, "This is about entertainment." Like, I'm gonna like.
See, also, what drew me into the movie with the trailer was so it started off, and I was like, wait, what is this? Because I saw a trailer in a movie theater while watching a movie, so I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? And he goes, I'm P.T. Barnum, and I was like, wait, but he's an asshole. And then I was like,
Yeah.
but wait, there's
Yeah.
more. I was like, and I looked at Daisy and I was like, I want to watch this. She goes, okay. And I'm like, it's a musical, first of all. But second, when I was in my junior year of high school, when I was in show choir, we did a song on a musical that is about P.T. Barnum.
Sweet.
So, I mean, this movie obviously has nothing to do with that musical.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the fact that
It's
it
still a
reminded
callback
me
for
of
you.
that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm definitely watching this because, once again, like Pitch Perfect, it brings me back.
Yeah.
It's
And then
just-
I can't with this fucking album. Like, guys,
I
it's on
know,
repeat.
it's so good.
It's on repeat.
Oh, I think, did we see a trailer
Yeah,
at
we saw
least
when we
when
we saw Justice League together. We saw
Okay, good.
a trailer for Greatest Showman.
because I have this distinct memory of like freaking out with you over it. I'm like, how would I have done that?
Yes, we were sitting down for Justice League. And
Okay,
that-
good.
that
I'm not
came
crazy
on.
then.
And then I was
Oh,
just like,
that's where I saw
was like,
it.
I
That's
can't
where I
fucking
saw
wait.
it.
I can't fucking wait. And then you were just like, what? And then you're like, ah!
Oh, dude, I was excited. I just didn't
I
understand.
love how you imitated her accent at that moment when you said
What?
what.
Yeah, no, it's so awesome. But yeah, no, fucking. But back to Jungle Book, the fucking.
Jumanji. That's a joke.
Fucking
Which
make it a
is-
second
right,
one, which is
right,
annoying. But yeah, just Jumanji's a really good movie.
Yeah. The one sort of shout out to Alan Parrish that's in the movie
Oh my
made my
God.
heart.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it specifically because it is still new, but like my heart was like, oh, thank you.
My
But,
favorite
oh
thing, I was talking to my mom right afterwards. It's like that is such a clever way to give
link
it,
them.
to give a well, not even just that, but just to give a tribute to
Hmm.
the goddamn talented Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're ever gonna have an actor who is like that.
No, I don't think
we
so.
are. I'm sure there's going to be, but I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to have that again in our lifetime.
So we're never gonna get an actor like that ever again.
We're the only lifetime. We're the only people that exist now.
Exactly. Once we're dead, that's it. Humanity's over.
Yeah.
Speaking
But yeah.
of that,
no, it was
did
it
you
was
guys-
really good.
Did you guys see that that article? I can't remember exactly what the scientific or the science group is called, but they essentially have what's called like a doomsday clock, which is based on like natural disaster or like
Oh, yeah, by like the Scientific Association or something. like that.
I've heard of.
So they were saying they came out with this article where it was like we're going into 2018. The doomsday clock is now 30 minutes closer to the strike of midnight, and the strike of midnight is like the time where there's going to be a catastrophe around the world.
Wait, guys. Sorry, I don't want to. I'm just gonna pause you right there because I love this. It's maintained since 1947 by the members of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists, Science and Security Board. They're the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. I fucking love it. Sorry.
dope.
Can I second stop you guys? If we're gonna keep talking about this, I'm gonna have to mute you because I don't want to hear it.
Sure, because I just want to say, like, the last time that it struck midnight was during the Cold War.
Yeah, that was so
Okay.
close. That's it.
Okay. I'm gonna take my headphones off and you just like wave at me or something when you're done
Alright,
talking about it.
So like they're saying that now it's 30 minutes closer to the strike of midnight, which now the clock I believe reads like it's like 10:30, or something like that, which means very soon, and by very soon I mean like probably within the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be scientifically based on facts and statistics, there's going to be some type of catastrophe.
Wait, it's when it hits midnight, right?
Yeah.
Actually, right now it just went. We're 2 minutes away from midnight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, as of 2018.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
because it's
minutes
every,
to midnight is 2.
It's every half half a minute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because there was it says here the failure of world leaders to deal with the looming threats of nuclear war and climate change, because Trump would not, for the life of me, stop being a massive, crazy head and like.
Essentially, what it is because there's so much open talk about nuclear weapons. Just because it's so common at this point. That's the reason why the clock is going faster and faster because of that.
Well, not just that, but like the fact that, we have one person trying to be like, you know what, I got the biggest fucking arsenal here, and he's pushing at North Korea, and we all know North Korea doesn't like that. Well, I mean, but also like the growing tension between the U.S. and Russia.
Well, not even just that. I mean, it's a combination of the fact that we're no longer getting, like, our allies aren't trusting us, the fact that our science departments are getting defunded. It's a lot of combinations of stuff.
Oh yeah, and
so
it's
just something that some people should be aware about and some people should start thinking about because things are getting kind of crazy. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was an interesting topic.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that half of our current government doesn't believe that climate change is an actual thing.
Yeah, we're not even going to get into that.
It's great. I love it.
Speaking of which, you guys hear about the Hawaii false missile alert?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the guy who.
There was another one that happened in Minnesota.
Was it really?
Yeah, there was like a I can't remember what it's called. It's like not a state of emergency alert, but it was like a small alert that someone had, I guess, sent out or something like that. But like the thing with Hawaii, apparently there was like a change of leadership, and I guess by protocol there's like a drop down menu that they always go through, and I guess that had gone through the system and accidentally sent out that emergency message, which to me I just feel like is just a PR thing where it's like we just have to cover our grounds and let people know certain things.
Yeah, the only thing is when I saw that I'm going, that could have fucked us over.
Mm-hmm.
Very badly.
There's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world, but let's tone it back down a little bit and bring Lauren back in. Lauren, come here. Lauren, come back in, please, for the love of God.
I'm sorry, I can't. You were doing so many head gestures. I'm like, that's not at me. That's not at me. That's not at me. Wait, is that at me? Wait, what?
That's why I started trying to do it too. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, come.
Thank you.
It's coming to us. But yeah, no.
I'm no good with that sort of stuff.
To kind of line up the mood, Lauren had mentioned our Dungeons and Dragons stuff, which now we're going. We just had our second session last Friday because we are now moving forward and doing it every first and third Friday of the month. One, that way we can have a nice break in between, and that way I have time to actually flush certain things out for certain characters and make it a little more entertaining for all of you guys. So it's a lot to produce on my end, and hopefully when you guys see it, it looks a lot easier than it really is. And that's kind of the idea. So, so we're going forward now, and I'm really excited that we're finally continuing on to see where you guys go.
There's a bit of dragon.
There is. And
Kathy, there's a baby dragon.
There's a baby what?
There's a baby dragon
Where?
in our campaign. It just hatched.
Ah, fuck!
but
Every
yeah. So,
time you guys are playing, I'm either at work or not at a computer.
Yeah, it's very cute. You
Right.
missed out.
Oh my god. Okay, I need to hop back in as soon as I possibly fucking can.
Or at least watch, because it's, yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
no,
yeah.
but like I want to like pet the dragon and like let it.
That's not happening anytime soon.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to pet the dragon.
No, you're not.
It's like Kathy, don't pet the thing. I'm gonna pet the thing. Kathy, don't
Kathy,
pet the thing.
no.
I'm gonna pet
Kathy,
the thing.
you're not Kathy in the campaign.
No, but that's like it's like me
How did
though.
you
Like
say-
you're telling me I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna fucking try to do it.
I mean, I am God in this instance, and I'm going to smite you.
Okay, I'm still gonna try to do it though.
You touch the dragon and you implode.
But I'm still gonna try.
You
Yeah,
lose
no,
a finger.
So if you guys are interested in watching
go
our
on.
Dungeons and Dragons campaign, again, we're every first and third Friday of the month we'll be streaming it on our Twitch channel.
Next one will be 2nd of February.
Yes, the next one will be next Friday. Well, technically this coming up Friday for you guys at 7:00. So those are always our D&D sessions, which I'm super excited about. And right now, I'm trying to figure out a good way to have our Dungeons and Dragons characters on the site. That way, if you guys are curious about certain characters or anything like that, you guys can kind of read their bio, their backstory, where they're coming from, and kind of something like that. So, super excited. Huh?
I should update mine then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what else did you have, Lauren?
Oh, it was just so I'm doing the Nuzlocke challenge for Pokemon.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Okay. I don't know. I was shocked when I first heard about it because it seemed to be this huge thing, and then I found out that not many people do know about it. But it's basically
For
a
us who
challenge.
Don't know about it. Can you?
Yeah, so
elaborate?
basically it's a challenge run of the Pokemon games on Game Boy or DS, whatever you currently have. The most popular to play at the moment is like X and Y, and I think the new Sun and Moon ones, obviously because they're the newest ones. But I'm playing mine on Soul Silver, which is the upgraded silver version, which is the 2nd generation.
Yes. Johto? Is that Johto?
Yeah. Which I didn't realize till afterwards is going to make it doubly hard for me because it's Johto and Kanto. I've got 2 worlds that I have to work through, not just one, but that's fine.
Pokemon Johto. Do-do-do-do-do.
Yay! And I know that song now because I never watched the series. But essentially, there is limitations on how you play the game, the Pokemon you can catch, the amount of times you can heal, all that sort of thing. And obviously, depending how you want to challenge yourself, they can be easy or very, very difficult. But the idea for the playthrough that I'm doing is you can only catch the first Pokemon you meet on any area. So like as soon as I leave, I'm not in Pallet Town, but I can't remember any of the names of the places in Johto. If I leave Pallet Town and walk into the first route there and I see a Pidgey, after I've got Pokeballs, and I see a Pidgey, I have to catch that Pidgey. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to catch any other Pokemon in that route from there on out. So even if I miss or if I make the Pidgey faint, too bad, that's it. I've also put restrictions on myself on how often I can heal. So I can use whatever items I want, but I can only use a Pokemon Center once per town and once per gym. So if I walk into a town, I can heal, and then I have a gym battle, and then I can heal again, and then I can move on. Which is proving to be very difficult because PP points are a thing, and I'm running out of moves very quickly. PP. But there's some crazy run-throughs. Like, the reason I got into it was because I saw someone say that they were only allowed to play through with the first Pokemon they caught, which was a Rattata, and they played through the whole way and beat the Elite Four. The Elite Four with a Rattata.
Oh my
and that's
God.
it. Which is actually good because when you're considering the fact that ghost types are completely ineffective against
Normals.
normal Pokemon, and that's an entire that's one team in the Elite Four army. that makes the run easier. But yeah, it's hard, and the idea of it is you're supposed to be closer to your team because you've got such a limited number, and you have to work with what you've got, and you're required to name your Pokemon. So I've never given my Pokemon nicknames before. I like their Pokemon name, but you're required to give them a nickname. So like I've been giving them old pet names. I've been asking Balfour for ideas, and I think my Rattata fainted, and I named it after my rat, and it broke my heart when it fainted. And I was like, no, I'm losing it for a second time.
For those who don't know, her rat had passed away this past year.
Just recently, yeah. So, yeah, it's very... I didn't think I could enjoy the Pokemon games in a different way,
like
or that I would...
As intimate as you are right now?
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon games have been my life. I absolutely love Pokemon. I've been playing it since '98 when they first come out.
Nerd.
And I counted the other day, and I have 17 Nintendo games of Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, I mean, up until, I think, definitely up until the DS versions, I had every single game. And DS is when I started to peter out. Or at least a game in a generation, because there was some where I only got Pearl and I didn't get whatever the other fucking one it was in that generation. But yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I don't do Pokemon.
But yeah, I just love it so much, and I can't wait to get to Kanto because then I can get my Charmander, and then I can have my original team that I have in every single first generation game, which is Charmander and Pidgey, and just go nuts with the two of them.
Cool. Well, in terms of difficulty, is there anyone else who's doing a hard challenge?
Life.
Yeah,
Life's a
I'm
game.
And it's fucking hard.
It's very hard.
Well,
no,
I will say
no.
what I'm super proud of, because man, it's been forever since I started playing the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
And I finally beat the last game on Legendary by myself. So I've played through Halo CE, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo 4, all on Legendary by myself. And I want to kill myself.
I'm very proud of you.
We're proud of you.
On top of that, 2 days ago I just finished playing Halo 5 all the way through by myself. And my god, I am so happy that I'm done. I'm happy that.
And that only took you 2 days as well.
Yeah, Halo, it's weird. Halo 5, I think, has the most missions, but it wasn't crazy difficult. There is one crazy difficult part on Legendary, and it took me forever. There's a mission. The game has various enemies, and there's this very strong enemy called a Warden, which essentially the only way you can damage him is by hitting him in the head or by shooting a circle that's on his back. They also have 3 instant kill abilities where they can just slice, they slam the sword on you, they have a ball that goes straight to you, or they have a laser vision, which is essentially a sniper. Now try to fight 3 of those all at the same time by yourself is a pain in the ass.
Talk about OP.
Oh my god, you're telling me. I've never had to run around like a chicken with my head cut off so goddamn much. And my hand was when I was done with it. Man, that was the hardest part of the entire game. But it was very satisfying for multiple reasons. I think Halo 5, the story was half decent. I thought half of it was really, really good, but a lot of it was kind of weird.
Actually, funnily enough, having not played Halo before, that's the thing I've heard the most from real hardcore Halo fans, is there's something off about the story in 5. That's Guardians, right?
Yeah, and I know what it is. It's the fact that Halo 1 through 4, you are playing as the Master Chief. It's the entire Master Chief story. And in Halo 5, it's still technically a Master Chief story, but you're introduced to this new group of Spartans that have to chase after and hunt down the Master Chief. So it puts a bad taste in your mouth as a series fan, where it feels strange being on the opposite side of someone that you've been playing for years.
I
Not
can
necessarily
equate
a
that.
bad.
Sorry, I was going to say I can equate that to playing Black Flag in Assassin's Creed after playing the others the whole way through, because you're playing as Abstergo.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just
Yeah.
it's a change, and I like change, but it's also just it has a weird taste. And I'm curious to see what they're going to do with 6, because obviously I'm going to play 6 when it comes out. But yeah, it's just Halo 5, really solid game. I really like it. But I'm happy.
Is this the first time you'd played through it?
Ooh, pardon me. On my gamer tag, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
'Cause
So
I
you had at least seen it before. Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I helped my friend do it on co-op over at his house. So, because he has like 4 fucking Xboxes. I'm like,
What?
yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I'm bummed because it's over, but I'm excited because now I figured out that there's like ranking stuff for multiplayer, so I've been doing that. And then since we've been doing the achievement race every month, for those who don't know, with our stream community, we're now doing achievement races every month to see who has achieved the most achievement score in a specific month, and at the end of the month, we're going to like reward whoever reached the peak.
I'm like 30 points behind you at the moment.
Yeah, I have a few days.
So close.
I have a few days. We will be announcing the winner on Monday, I believe.
I'm going to hazard a guess at who it's going to be, because someone in particular has been kicking ass already this month.
Well, I have a few days to just start playing certain games, and
Well,
I
you
can
better
just-
whoop before
and-
you have to start
and
work.
I can just start playing Goat Simulator because apparently those fucking achievements are pretty decent. So
Yeah, you kind of break and you get 6 achievements, but that's fine.
yeah, see, there you go. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested, just send us a message on one of our social media accounts, or just go check out the forum and post something in there.
I finished Hitman,
You what? You did.
I finished Hitman.
I am so proud of you.
and like you were saying about Halo, I'm so bummed now because I don't have reason to play it, and I want to keep playing it.
I mean,
Like, I know achievements aren't. I know I could just play it.
Well, no, I was
there's no
gonna say-
restrictions on me just playing.
I was
but-
you also get the DLC.
That's true. But like, it was so much fun, and yeah, I mean, we talked about it last week about why the game's so good. But yeah, it was so nice to just blast through that, because that was a goal or resolution for me this year, was to. I set a low bar and I said I was going to complete 1 game, because I seem to have difficulty completing games, and it's not even the end of January and I've already done that. So now it's 5 games.
You can totally do 5 games, especially if
Yeah.
we're on track with the way that we've been working on stuff lately. So, dude, January went by fast. I did not realize how crazy busy I've been in the month of January. It is nuts.
Well, I was sick for 2 weeks of it, so that doesn't help. But yeah,
Yeah. But I'm excited. There's a lot. I'm excited. It's going to be a good year. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited. There's going to be a lot of new stuff, and I'm excited for this new stuff because it's going to be something very different than what we've been doing in the past, and I cannot wait for stuff to happen. I'm trying to be as vague as possible because I don't want to give you guys any hints, but there's some good shit coming your way, and man,
stuff on the horizon.
yeah. But damn it, I wanted to talk about something, but I can't remember what it was. I had it in my head.
You keep forgetting.
There's just a lot to talk about, man. There's
So we were talking about the achievement race monthly,
Mhm.
the website,
Mhm.
Halo, I don't know.
there's just a lot. There's just a lot to talk about.
Oh, with the achievement race, since you're right here and I can question you on it. Obviously, Xbox One has a really convenient leaderboard that tracks Xbox One achievements.
Right.
What if someone earns Xbox 360
So
achievements?
that's why I've been trying to ask everyone to just continue to monitor their achievement score. I'm trying. Hopefully next month I can be a little more straightforward with it. Essentially, what I would like for everyone to do is by the beginning of the month write down your base gamer score, and then like once we start getting toward the end of the month, just subtract the difference. That way we can see how much gamer score you actually accumulated, and then we can just try to see all from there. Because I ended up doing that for the very first week, but man, was it a lot of work. It was a lot of work to go through. I think essentially we have like 12 different people on the leaderboards. I had to go through 12 different people's gamer score, and then like write down everyone's information. Yeah, it's like I had to go through everything. I had to figure out which ones, like what Xbox achievements they got, like what 360 achievements they got, what Xbox One achievements they got, and it got really tiring. So I personally didn't do it. But for the people who are part of the leaderboard, I would ask for like once you start from the beginning of the month, just write down whatever you guys are starting at, send it to me. That way, by the end of the month, it's easy to just subtract the amount from one another. So
yeah, because I want to get I wanted to go back and do Assassin's Creed 2 on the 360. I've been playing through the Ezio collection, but I just want to go and do that so that when I finish it on the Ezio collection, I can just move straight on to Brotherhood and not have to go back to it again. Not that I wouldn't want to, because it's the best game in the world. But yeah, it's just a bit easier.
Yeah, no, it's there's a lot. Again, this is just something new that we're starting this year, so there's obviously going to be some hiccups here and there. But yeah, I think for the month of February, it would be a lot smoother. So, and buddy, I know eventually you're going to get an Xbox, so just let us know when you eventually get one. That way we can
I'm
add you to
excited.
It will be so good.
But you won't ever be able to play with it because you never play with us.
I know.
Because I never fuck it up.
That was
That's
really
right.
tripping you hard.
Kathy, I'm always at work too, so I could very rarely play as well.
I'm sorry, I missed you guys, and I wish I could play more. I swear.
It's okay. No, it's. Kathy, I need to ask you a question after this for something that we're going to be doing.
No, fight
I mean,
me.
she hasn't got.
Huh?
Oh my
Nothing else,
god,
thank
Lauren.
Oh my god, guys. I
Wait,
just realized.
Well,
Nothing. It's okay. You're fine.
Move on.
no.
Nice.
What was it?
We'll
We're
tell you
okay.
after. We'll
That's
tell you
it.
after.
That's
We'll
it,
tell you.
Balfour.
Damn it. All right, buddy. Make sure to tell me afterwards.
I will.
But what movies are you guys looking forward to this year?
I don't know.
Shit.
We saw
Oh,
it.
Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh yeah, with Emily Blunt.
Is that
Yeah,
out
it's
this year?
coming out this Christmas.
Oh, that'd be exciting. Wow, that's so far away.
speaking of Christmas, I got so fucking annoyed. My mom and I went to go watch. Oh shit! Oh, it was when we went to go watch Jumanji. There was a trailer for the Nutcracker and the Four Seasons for next
Oh my
Christmas.
god.
For next Christmas.
Hey, we went and saw that at
Oh
like
my-
New Year.
I know. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this? Why are we getting a trailer for a movie that comes out next Christmas?
Mm.
Oh, another movie. Fuck. Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, that like it's not low budget, but it's like there's not very many big.
Yeah,
movies,
it
but
looks
that'll
like
be
it
good.
looks like it's based on the brand new reboot, which was fantastic. Like
It
the
is.
Tomb
It
Raider,
actually is.
games are amazing. I just
They are
But
very fun.
Here's my problem with this one, though. Like, people are complaining that she's not buff enough.
Yeah,
do,
but
like-
neither was the game. Like she
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
no. But they were like, oh, Angelina Jolie, you know, like, she was buff enough and she had the sex appeal. And I'm like, that's not Lara Croft, especially not this
Yeah.
one, considering this is about the reboot. See, what bugs me, though, is this reboot is, it kind of follows the game, especially with the whole plane scene.
my biggest problem with this movie, and I can already see it in the trailers, is there's way too much. What's the word? There's too much buildup to get to the island.
That's true, yeah.
There's
there's-
way too many scenes where it's like she's like going to she's going to talk to someone in specific buildings. There's a lot of like traveling in the city. There's a lot of city shots, and then it's like not until halfway through the trailer you actually see stuff happening at the island. So I am extremely
Which is-
worried that there's going to be like 30 or 40 minutes of the movie at like in buildings and like discussing her travels and shit like that, to the point where we actually get to the action.
No,
I mean, I
agree.
can imagine that there's like, if they want to go further with this, like if this is sort of a pilot for a series that they're maybe pitching, that it makes sense to have all that set up for her.
That's also true.
But being a Tomb Raider movie, sadly, yes, you're supposed to be bashing bushes and climbing walls and
this is my thing. Like, if you want to establish a franchise, you don't need to have all of that build up in the beginning. Honestly, if you just have her going on an expedition to begin with, like the opening scene is her already going to the expedition and having like dialogue clues to indicate that yes, there's people at home, there's people back home that she cares about throughout the film, then that will already establish your world building. In the sense, if you want to create a second movie, then you can be like, okay, these characters are from dialogue points in the film that make an impact for this character.
The problem with audiences nowadays, which is your beef with Marvel movies, is that audiences don't pay attention to dialogue. They need it to be
fucking spoon-fed for them.
But those movies have also dumbed down audiences. People are used to that sort of thing, so it has to be presented.
Well,
Speaking of,
I say your
opinion.
I'm not going to get
No,
into it.
see,
I'm not going to get into it because it's just going to... Yeah.
I agree with Lauren on this, though, because, I mean, this is a new Tomb Raider. This is not the old one that everybody knows. So they kind of have to kind of set it up. And once again, you're talking with too much common sense in your head. You need to stop if you want to get with what they're trying to do with the general public.
No, it's not just that, though. Because the problem is, if they establish that, you're going to lose an audience with being interested. If you are establishing too much in the beginning of a film, in the sense of trying to build a world, why are you going to wait through 40 minutes of a movie before something actually happens?
But at the same time,
you've also only seen short snippets of that thing. You don't know.
Yeah,
there might be a whole plot arc in that area.
But now I'm not just talking about this movie. I'm talking about movies in general. Like, if you have 40 minutes of build-up, you're not going to want that payoff because you're just like, I just sat through 40 minutes of this.
That's a very
specific. But at the same time,
though,
when they want to build like a background to this or like some kind of backstory, the only other way is you do it through flashbacks. Games make it easier because you're playing through them or you're viewing them through like a sequence. In a movie, it's going to confuse the shit out of people because they're not going to get that it's a flashback. They're going to get it's like some weird alternate fucking timeline or some shit. I don't know.
And again with the text thing though.
Well, I mean,
like if it says like 5 years later or 5 years earlier, people are going to be like, "Wait, what? What's happening? What is this?" She was just in the city.
But that's the thing though. Like good storytelling will indicate the flow of it. Like as long as I'm not expecting a lot. I'm just expecting decent writing. It's not hard to have a decent script. That's what drives me insane. It's like you just need a decent flowing story to keep someone intrigued. Good example is the fucking Greatest Showman. It's like the beats in that movie are super fucking smooth. There's not a time where you're like, I'm super bored because they're establishing something. Literally, the beginning of the movie starts with him as a child, and then within the first 15 minutes, immediately go to adulthood with kids.
Yeah, but
that's establishment. That it doesn't matter if it's a musical; it's an establishment.
But
it's an established
it's also,
time jump.
It's also a movie that is perfect for you and perfectly. Is a perfect example of your point. Like I'm saying, that supports what you're trying to say, but the problem is the movie market is so saturated with movies that aren't like that.
Right, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, good writing will fix that, though. Like, if you write it well with the time gap in between, you don't have to worry about having so much build to get to a certain point.
So The Incredibles is coming out this year.
I fucking hate you. Yes, The Incredibles 2 is coming out this year.
Oh, I love everything about this conversation.
and so is Ocean 8.
Oh man, I'm really.
Oh, Ocean's 8!
I am so looking forward to that. Oh.
I am, but for continuity reasons, I'm annoyed.
I know, but shush, let the girls talk.
No,
exactly, right? Lauren, honey, dude, girl.
If they set up Sandra Bullock and I can't remember her name, the blonde chick, as a couple,
I'm gonna lose them. Kate Blanchett?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, no, I saw the trailer in the movie theaters and I like slapped Daisy in the chest because I was so excited.
I think I saw saw that brief, like the mini trailer that they released, not
like the teaser trailer.
it looks really good, and I do really like the cast. It looks like so far that they actually bounce off quite well.
Yeah, and then they threw Mindy Kaling in there, and she looks like she could be a fucking hit. Like that one line that they showed in that trailer, I was just like, I'm fucking done, I'm sold. It has all of these chicks in it, and then you have her do that one line and like that flashback, and I'm like, girl, I am done. And I looked at Daisy, and I'm like, honey, I am so gay. Kate Blanchett's in this movie. We're gonna watch it. And she literally looks at me, she's like, honey, first of all, you're gay for almost every girl out there, so we're watching every movie. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. She's like, okay.
Yeah. I'm excited just because I'm a huge fan of the Ocean series as a whole.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll watch it. I'm skeptical for writing purposes. I think the cast is fantastic. I'm excited for the cast. But I'm skeptical for writing purposes is all.
It looks good. It looks really good. And it looks like it's gonna follow on like the George Clooney one, where it's gonna be funny and a little slapstick, but still like just flows on. It just sort of moves with the moment.
It would have to in order for it to be a successful spinoff, because you're gonna have a lot of people, because that series
expecting that
is very, very beloved. So if they would have to definitely stay with the themes of the George Clooney ones. So
I think because they have got such a stellar cast, it's going to do better than say the Ghostbusters one did.
Oh my god!
Because I think the names behind it are going to push it. It's gonna, people are like, okay, so like me, regardless of the fact that it's an Ocean's movie, the fact that Sandra Bullock is in it, I'm like, cool, it's gonna be a good movie.
Oh yeah, the fact that Anne Hathaway's in it, I'm all over it.
Yeah, so I think that's going to help a lot.
They absolutely have, like, the billing cast, they absolutely have that. And, like, just the names alone are great marketing.
Yeah, I mean, Rihanna being in it. Me, personally, I never saw Pacific Rim, so I don't know what an acting's like. But, like, me seeing Rihanna in it, I'm like, I don't. But there's going to be so many girls, definitely, that are going to see that and go, oh, my God, I want to see Rihanna. There's also, because of Pacific Rim, going to be a whole heap of nerds and other men go looking at that going, oh yeah, she was a badass in that, she's gonna wear amazing outfits, I want to watch her. So it's gonna help.
I just want it to be a damn good heist movie. That's all I want, because I love heist movies. That's the reason why I love the Ocean series. It's like, it's just fun. It's a fun action flick of just them trying to figure out how to steal from jerks or be jerks and just steal from people. It's like what's the, oh my god, No. What's that heist movie with the Mini Coopers?
I was about to say Hate, but I don't think that's it.
No.
Baby Driver?
No.
That was
it came out. I think it came out in like the early 2000s. There's like a scene where they cut off the bottom of the room to bring the safe down. What the hell is the name of that movie? There's like an entire chase scene with Mini Coopers and stuff.
I don't know.
The Italian Job. The Italian Job.
Oh yeah. What? Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I would not have gotten it from how you described it. Yes.
Like those movies.
Mark
Wahlberg. I forgot Mark Wahlberg's in there. But yeah. So like I'm excited because I just want it to be a good heist movie. We haven't had a good heist movie in a while. So I'm curious.
It's hard to pull off.
Yeah. And I'm curious because I know this is not like the general story is like. Danny Ocean, who is played by George Clooney in the other movies, his sister gets out of jail, very similar to the way that he does in the original movie.
Yeah, but you expect that with who your family is.
And then, like, gets a band of women together to start stealing shit from L.A., I think? I think it's going to be Los Angeles-based, because the entire Ocean's movies are based in Las Vegas. Or maybe it's going to be in Atlanta. I don't know. It has to be in some big gambling place, I'm assuming.
So there's a movie... Sorry, I'm going to change the subject. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
There's a movie coming out called The Meg, and I'm guessing it's a megalodon, like that huge prehistoric shark.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
It looks terrifying because there's a picture of this tiny little ant on a surfboard and this shark face underneath it.
That sounds
okay, yeah, the megalodon.
I am so goddamn hyped for the Alpha.
The Alpha.
I don't think it's the Alpha. I think it's just called Alpha. It
is called Alpha.
It is a movie that I have been waiting for over a year because I saw stock footage of concept. I saw concept art and then I saw stock footage of it last year, and it looks amazing.
Oh, that one! I saw the trailer for it.
It is. It's essentially the story of a Indian kid who gets separated from his tribe, and a wolf that is also separated from its pack, and they have to learn to live together in order to survive. And goddamn, is it pretty!
That looks really cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now.
Amazing.
So that's a very cool. Like, I saw it, I was like, that's a very cool movie. I'm like excited to see it and see how it does. But going on like the complete opposite spectrum of this awesome action-packed movie is Mamma Mia. Here we go again.
Oh my god! I can't believe they made the sequel.
I'm so excited for that one because I love Mamma Mia.
The last one was so good.
Okay, look, if they're bringing back Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, yes. I'm sold. I'm done. Period.
I thought she's dead.
What?
I mean, yeah, no, there's a whole thing where the mom's
that the mom's dead.
Yes, but it's supposed to be a parallel of the daughter's life of going back to where the mum was and her and it's like there's because the trailer showed that there's like flashbacks of the mum doing stuff and then the girls living through the same or at least similar things.
Oh yeah, like there was a flashback version where they're doing, I think it was like where they actually sing like Mamma Mia or like Super Trooper, and it was the daughter in the middle and the two best friends.
Yeah. So she's in it, but
she's gonna be in it. So that's it. I'm done. Period.
They're making another Predator movie.
They are. Really? It's just, but it's
what?
Like it's a
the Predator.
Prequel to the other prequels or something. I mean, it's a sequel to the other prequels or something.
Wait,
weird
so
like
is
that.
it? Wait, what?
It's called the Predator.
Yeah, it's just called the Predator.
An ex-Marine discovers the existence of fierce aliens, but finds that no one believes they exist.
Oh, it's like a super prequel or something. I don't know.
It's a sequel to the 1987 film.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like right after Arnold Schwarzenegger's thing?
Yeah, true. Yes.
Okay, guys, I just saw...
considered as a reboot of the Predator franchise until Shane Black came aboard and said he's making a sequel to the franchise instead.
Ah, that's so frustrating. It's frustrating. This is the thing that I'm getting annoyed with marketing for sequels or reboots for movies is there's no subtitle for the film. It's just the film. But it's the different type of the film, but just the title.
Because people are going to look at that and go, okay, so here's the Predator movie, and then here's Predator. So it's like, the one that's simpler seems like it would be the first movie, but it's actually not the first movie, and then...
Yeah, it's...
I'm making hand gestures that you can't see on the
But no, it's frustrating because I know it's just a marketing ploy to try to get people interested and come in to watch more movies, but it's frustrating from a canonical point of view, where it's like, if you're a collector like me, who likes to collect series and watch movies... together, it's just annoying to try to order shit together. Or like, what was it like? I got annoyed with Fast and the Furious because it's like,
oh god, they didn't stick to the same naming concept.
Furious, and then
Fast 8.
No.
Or Fate.
What is it? Is it the fourth one? That's
there's one. It's the Fast, the Furious, and then there's Fast and Furious, and then there's something like that.
It's just it's frustrating.
I just know that I've watched Tokyo Drift because I can say that it's Tokyo Drift.
That movie is so bad. That movie is so bad.
I enjoyed it.
It's so bad.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Another Halloween movie.
Another thing I'm not gonna watch. There's also one called The Nun, and the thing for it looks terrifying. I don't want to look at that face.
What's her face is coming back for that Halloween movie?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen her in anything ever.
I'm curious to see how that's gonna turn out because she died.
I'm pretty sure the last movie I saw with her in it was Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I was saying probably Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Dude, she was hot when she was young, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
There's a movie called Barbie.
Yeah, I see it.
It's coming out. I want to watch it because it's like enchanted. It's like enchanted. I want to watch it.
That would be cool.
I know. I fucking hate Barbie, but I want to watch this.
Oh, come on, shut up.
Sorry.
You can have
I had to interrupt our your fangirling.
I didn't like the G.I. Joe movies.
That doesn't matter. You got one.
I didn't want one.
hydrate.
Anyways, yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted
I'm
to
so
tell you guys
muscular. I'm just seeping with testosterone.
I just wanted, I just wanted y'all to like know that because I think it's amazing that they're making like an enchanted version of Barbie.
If they don't Barbie Girl as the credit song, I'm going to hate the movie.
If they do that, I'm gonna hate the movies, but simultaneously, I will applaud them for doing it.
They have to put that song
I know.
in it
That's what I'm
somewhere.
saying. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hate it, but I'm gonna simultaneously be like, good job.
That's gonna be the quickest anyone vacates a movie ever.
Fucking
Yeah.
literally, it will be.
So like Marvel and
people
partly
actually
DC.
sit down and watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Like Marvel and DC have made this problem for movie theaters where people stay way too long after a movie just in case or if they're in the credit scene. So
Oh my
that's
God,
gonna
tell me
help.
about
That's gonna
it.
clear everyone out immediately.
Well, no, like what? So because you brought that up, it kind of pisses me off that that's the reason why people stay, because it's like people really don't pay attention to credits, and that makes me really upset. Because it's like, look at all these people that spent hours and hours on a project to entertain you, and you're just like, I want more. It's like, fuck you.
That was actually funny, and also, well, since you're saying it was fun when it was an unknown thing where people like everyone would clear out and there'd be one person left in the theater. That was kind of cool, and now it's like everyone stays back. But I was watching some movie the other day. What did we watch the other day? It must have been that and older. No, it can't have been that. I don't know. I was watching something the other day, and I let the credits run, and they went for like 3 seconds because it was such an old movie, and there was only like a handful of people that worked on it. And then there's movies like that where it takes like 5-10 minutes to get through the credits so that you can watch 5 seconds of extra film.
Which is interesting because if you actually pay attention to a lot of the credits now, it's like more than 3/4 of the credits are artists. Whether it be visual artists, graphical artists, it's just artists that had to work on a billion different things. Thank you, CGI. Whatever happened to practical effects? Oh yeah, everyone fucking hates it now.
No, they don't hate it. It's just that it's not applied in a good way because CGI is so amazing.
Hey, listen, here's my thing. J.J. Abrams did a fantastic job with Episode 7 in implementing practical effects along with CGI because it looks fan-fucking-tastic.
Yes.
If he can do it, so can you.
And if people still love Jurassic Park all these years later, and what was the other movie?
Oh, man. Speaking of that, I am not looking forward to...
I don't want you to talk badly about it. I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, I'm so excited for Jurassic World, the
Fallen Kingdom.
The return back to the same thing as the first
I'm so excited for it. I love the Jurassic Park movie series. I wasn't even big into dinosaurs when I was a kid, but I adored Jurassic Park. And I loved Jurassic World, and I can't wait till this comes out, and I want him to see Blue again, and I want Blue and him to team up and help them with the dinosaurs, and it's gonna be so good. Hi.
Let's
and Goldblum's coming back.
Dude, he's not coming. He's gonna be there for like 2 minutes.
It's a
in the
cameo
scene.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's fine. I don't mind. It's nice that they got him back. I like it.
I really enjoy him. I was looking at an interview with him the other day, and it's like he's so chill, like he's so lax.
I showed you those ads that he's on here.
Oh god, yeah.
He's hilarious. He does these ads. It's like it's for like a food ordering, so like one of those apps is like Menu Log or something like that on your phone. And like so if the ad always starts with someone trying to make a phone call, and then Jeff Goldblum appears next to him. He's like, no, shh, put your phone down. No. Here, use this app instead. There you go. And it's like,
it's so strange. It's awesome,
so good.
but it's cool because like I didn't realize that like his wife is like a contortionist. It's like he that dude lives. He lives
such a life.
Yeah,
such a life.
I wanna be Jeff Goldblum for a day just to be like interested. Like he's a fucking jazz pianist. Like, what the fuck? This dude does everything. It's awesome. I love it. He's
so far removed from
normal
life.
He's an intellectual. You know, he loves culture. He always has like these weird hand gestures. It's like it's fantastic.
My favorite Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, and then we just don't talk about 3 because 3 is just bad.
Yeah, 3 was bad. I watched it because it's Jurassic Park. And Sam Neill is fantastic, and it was nice that they did that. And I love that Ellie shows up at the end with this like this entire army of people like ready to shoot anything that comes their way. Do you like my bloody gun thing there? Anyway, but yeah. That reminded me. Oh, something else reminded me. The movie we watched recently, Professor Marston.
Oh my god. So I'm still trying to figure out the way to put into words the way that I feel about this movie, because it is phenomenal, it is beautiful, it is everything that people like myself need to feel a little bit more secure about themselves, and also a little more aware about certain actions for people.
Like the consequences of, or
just different types of stuff. For those who don't know, Professor Marston and the Wonder Woman was a film that came out in November of 2017. It had a very limited theater release.
Yeah, we heard about it. I tried to see if we could go see it at the same time. There was one day that it was released in Australia and only in Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah, and there was only one day that it was released, at least in Arizona, as well. And like there was only like 2 screeners or something like that. So it was kind of a bummer for the theatrical release, but in December we found out that there was going to be a digital release at the end of the month, and thankfully we finally saw it. And whew, I was interested from the get-go, just because of the themes and everything in it. Essentially, it's the story about Professor... What's his name?
I can't remember his first name, but Professor Marston.
Yeah, Professor Marston, who is the...
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, he is the creator of Wonder Woman. But, I mean, that's essentially just a selling point for the film. It's the story of him and his wife and the love triangle polyamorous relationship that they encounter as their professors at
not Harvard.
No, it's not Harvard. It's some college.
Some university. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the love story of all of them. And I have to emphasize that so much because I know that there's a lot of reviewers who are saying that this was marketed in a different way. This is a lie. You know, this was supposed to be the story about Wonder Woman, which it's not.
It was not marketed that way either. Like,
no. It's the misconception that a lot of people said when they were reviewing stuff. But it is the love story of all 3 of these individuals, and it is beautiful in the sense that it is a period piece. It is during a time where a lot of things are looked down upon. Especially,
it was during the women's movement.
Yes, it is a very intimate movie, and it is fantastic, and it's the reason why I'm having such a hard time trying to write a review that doesn't sound super preachy, because there are a lot of themes and a lot of scenes in this movie that really convey how people like myself feel about the abstract. Well, yeah, I was gonna say the abstract concept of love, and
I was gonna say it's funny, like you were saying, that people misconstrued what the movie was going to be about, because you did it earlier and I keep doing it. It's called Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. We kept saying Wonder Woman because it's about him and Wonder Woman, but it's Wonder Women.
It's Wonder Woman.
No, yeah, but like that's the thing. People look at it and go, "Oh, it's him and Wonder Woman." It's like, no, it's actually him and the 2 women that he's in love with.
Yeah.
Like the movie title even says that, but people misread that, and that's sort of a theme for the reception of the whole movie.
Yeah, and
which is sad.
It's really cool. And as with any movie in general, there's a lot of stuff that are tweaked, just for the sense of runtime and storytelling. And I know a lot of people are upset about that it's not like perfect.
It's not true to...
Yeah, like it's not specific facts, but for the most part it tells the story of how these individuals essentially lived, and it's heartbreaking, it's heartwarming. There's a lot of self-reflection that you will probably have leaving the movie. And you might not even know that someone is in a situation such as that. So it's just, I have a lot of feelings for the movie. It's so damn good. It made me feel more secure with myself. Even though I'm pretty secure with the way I am. But
having representation is so important, though.
Yes, absolutely. And I wish this movie had more eyes. Like, I wish I had a longer theatrical release. But I'm just happy that I finally was able to see it. I'm happy I was able to see it with you, because I know there's a lot of stuff that you and I have gone through. And it has opened both of us in a good way. So I hope you guys get a chance to go at least pick it up digitally and go watch the movie.
I've already pre-ordered it.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Luke Evans is the lead role in it, so if you ladies and or males want to,
well, if anything, it should be especially males.
No, yeah, because but yeah, if you guys.
But God, I want to talk about it. I mean, not many people are going to see it, sadly, so like spoiling it's not really going to be a problem. But I just basically want to sit and tell everyone the entire movie so they get it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no, you just do yourselves a favor, watch it. You'll definitely have your opinions on it, depending on your beliefs for certain things, but just go in it with an open mind and just try to think a little broader than just, being in a little hole.
And also it is a period piece, so there are going to be themes that aren't acceptable now, but they were so important for the time.
There's going to be some language and actions in the movie where you're going to be very angry with, but it's definitely what people had experienced back then. So, but do yourselves a favor, go pick it up, watch it
if you can. Please do.
Yeah, and enjoy life. But does anyone else have any last
any last words? Does anyone object to this union?
Yeah, right.
Union of what?
I don't know. I just watched the last Minecraft, and all I could think about is Gavin and Michael getting married. So that's
Oh, okay. Close enough.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
No, sorry.
All
right. Well,
I'm gonna go see Greatest Showman again on Friday. I'm
so jealous, you jerk.
I'm going to an outdoor theater, and I get to sit on a beanbag.
Oh wait, I might actually go see it again this coming Friday too.
Sweet. I mean, it won't be at the same time, but that's still cool.
Yeah. So hey.
And those will definitely be some movies I have to review as well. There's gonna be a lot more movie reviews coming out. I know I've been getting messages from people about it, so there will be more movie reviews coming out, as always. But with that being said, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us with this long podcast tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week for another podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to sign up with the website. Make sure to follow us on all of the social medias. And we will see you guys next week. So, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.